So we're gonna go ahead and try to start it.
Yep. Hi! Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Maybe honestly, it's just that easy. Just tear apart literally the entire car and we can figure out the issue.
Sunset drives or something else. So I just watched it. I detailed it pretty deeply, and I'm excited to drive it. Sounds so good. Hear that 6G72. So good. Welcome back to another 3000 GT VR4 video. If you guys haven't seen the two last VR4 vlogs in regards to trying to get this thing back on the road, well, check those out first, because we ended up removing the dash out of my VR4. So I was not expecting that, and that was because we ended up figuring out that the wiring that goes inside, under, and through the dash was pretty much faulty. And we stayed up till like I think 2 in the morning, man. It was rough, and I feel really bad because the guys were really out here trying to figure it out, and we just kept finding wiring break through wiring break, and we kept finding a bunch of stuff that was messed up in regards to the wiring, like an immobilizer and just random little things that were just hack jobs from previous owners. And I also went ahead and made the guys some shirts for coming out last time. If you guys are interested, check out the Race Legacy website. These are just really nice shirts to like work on your car. I got GTO, I got Evo, I got DSM. Now the guys are currently on their way again, and we're actually going to continue to see if we're able to figure out where this wiring short issue is coming from. And if you haven't watched the other videos, what it's pretty much doing is that upon ignition, it keeps blowing the ECI fuse. So, quick fact, this is actually from the Cypress Mitsubishi dealership from Mitsubishi Owner's Day in 2018. It was one of the cones that they used to have for that event. And for my OG guys, I know what that is. It's basically the biggest Mitsubishi gathering of the year. So basically it's one day of the year. Mitsubishi used to do it themselves. They stopped in 2018. And this is pretty much the last time I'm going to mention that we're going to have Mitsubishi Owner's Day for 2025. Out at Puente Hills Mitsubishi, October 5th from 9 to 2 p.m. Anything Mitsubishi, bring it in, DJ, food. It's gonna be a sick event, and I plan on taking my cars, selling some merch, and doing cool stuff. Like if you guys wanna go hang out, see other 3000 GTs, we have a lot in SoCal.
Yeah, there's a button. I'm assuming that you press it and it resets.
So it's a resettable fuse, so that we, just because we're gonna
I'm not gonna leave these things in.
We went through like 20. Okay, we'll give this a shot.
Yeah, if they work, awesome. If not, whatever. We'll just switch back over to the pack of 100 of them that I have.
Ian immediately went under and found out that my O2 sensor wire here is touching the top of my downpipe, and hopefully you guys can kind of see, but this plug here is completely burned, and I think that's definitely an issue that we're gonna have to fix. And you know what, like, it might actually, Ian thinks this is pretty much what was causing it the whole time. So all right guys, quick AutoZone run in the daily little EK hatch with a D series motor. Hopefully one day we can K-swap it, but for now it's just a really good daily driver. Alright, so we just got back from AutoZone. We went ahead and got these Dorman Builder Series 4-wire pigtail male and female set. Alright guys, so just gotta integrate this into the harness and we're good to go. Alright, so while Ian takes care of the bottom, I'm gonna start taking off the plenum, because the plenum has a bad thread on the right side right here, and then the throttle cable has a bad thread So we have to keep using nuts on the bottom to kind of close that, but once that's done, it's going to go ahead and compress everything properly.
Got it.
And that insert's steel. So now you have steel threads on your aluminum plenum. So the chances of you stripping steel threads is a lot less than you stripping aluminum threads.
Hell yeah. First time doing an insert. So shout out to Ian. Alright, so I got the time inserts on the plenum. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do it on this side of the plenum. So as you guys can see, this one needs some tapping, so let's get to it. If you guys are going to be doing any sort of drilling in the area, make sure you guys cover this portion of the intake, because you don't want these little bits going inside and hurting your motor. Alright guys, got the insert on there. Pretty much ready to put the plenum back on, and Ian's pretty much finished with the sensor down there. We're gonna go ahead and test the ECI fuse and see if it's still blowing. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this job that they had previously done. We're just gonna organize it with these little pins to make it look a little more OEM. So,
Male and female side.
mhm.
And that is the crimp tool specific for these things. These are closed barrel crimps.
Okay.
So rather than crimping only on the sides, you do like a full all-around crimp.
Okay.
So with this, you can see that we want to crimp this section right here. And it is super easy because you just drop the whole thing in here.
Ah.
What? No way, you had the wrong tool. No way.
It's the link you sent me.
No way.
Ain't no way.
No way. Ah.
Yes way.
No way, these are smaller than this. Obviously it's falling through because it's too small,
yeah.
right? And it would fall to the point where this tip sits flush with this. So it just sits in there and you just go shove wire in, squeeze, done. So you can see how it'd be super
Quick and
easy.
easy,
Yeah.
yeah.
But because, my bad, I guess I sent the wrong thing. So my bad. Just gonna cut it right there. So I'm gonna expose scrap. Wire, just strip off just a smidgen. All you gotta do is manage to squeeze this thing with the crimp tool without it falling off.
And you just gotta do that 5 more times.
Yep. And these wires are very, very brittle, so we're kind of being a little gentle with them. Kind of putting them all at once, so we're not like tugging on them super hard.
Yeah.
And you just kind of slide in, and they should click.
It clicks.
Click.
There you go.
You can see that one clicked all the way. That one clicked. This back one. Click.
Gotcha.
And then you take these little orange guys over here.
And you close off the,
Yep.
so that it
Okay,
keeps
lock
them in
them.
place, right?
Yep.
Sick. Oh, damn. The Brembos look good on that thing, dude. There he is.
Why is traffic so bad today?
It's Friday. Look at that, guys. It truly is in the details. All the wiring is pretty much sorted out. We're gonna go ahead and do the first test of the night, and hopefully we're back in action.
You jinxed it. How is that happening?
It's happening.
We're good.
Oh, thank God.
Damn, we might be good.
So
we're gonna go ahead and try to start it.
Hi.
I think we need to attach the steering column.
Yeah, I know. Turn it off. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I mean, honestly, it's just that easy. Just tear apart literally the entire car and to figure out the issue.
Car's back on the ground. Let's go drive this thing around the block. It's crazy. Yes.
Just like you. Oh, already fell down.
Congratulations!
So
after
sick,
6
dude.
months.
Shout out to Ian,
That's
shout out to
been seven,
Paco. Well guys, she's old and tired, but she's still up and going. I actually cleaned up the engine bay a little bit more this time, and it's really nice to start seeing the car come together slowly. So although we did have to end up taking off the dash, the O2 sensor on the downpipe was quite frankly the issue the whole time, and I don't think removing the dash was quite necessary. But now looking back, I think it was actually a good thing, because Paco and Ian were actually able to find a lot of issues within the harness itself. And I feel like now that the harness is completely looked through, once everything's put back together, the overall performance of the car is going to be much better. One, because it was overlooked, it was fixed, and now the car should be running better than ever. I'm currently waiting for a couple connectors in regards to the cooling temp sensor, because the harness on that is a little bit iffy. And I ended up removing the blow valve for now until I get a new adapter hose for the Greddy. And yeah guys, it's one of those things where it's like I wish I could really spend more money on this thing, go Haltic. I was talking to Ian about this. Is like, dude, the long-term plan would be like a really cool single turbo build or like a 4G63 swap, but at the end of the day he was telling me that the Haltic ECU is probably the best performance motor you can get. Anyways, Haltic ECU would be a really nice upgrade to avoid having issues with, you know, I just realized that having a 98 makes it really hard to find stock ECUs for these cars, because there's only 231 made in 98 and I think 250 something, correct me if I'm wrong, for the 99s. So stock OEM ECUs are very difficult to come by just to be able to test if it's that. So my conclusion is that these cars are getting older. Electronics are bound to just have issues. As you guys can see, you might get unlucky, get a car that's been pretty much molested most of its life, and you know, I'm kind of glad that I was able to get this car pretty much stock. In regards to modifications, everything's been done under my ownership. So we got like the bigger injectors, the intercooler piping, the blow valve, full exhaust, front mount intercooler, bigger fuel pump, and then it was flashed. And it's a fun car, don't get me wrong, but I wish I could really just go all out with this thing, because imagine like a 600 horsepower 3000 GT VR4. It just backs up the look, because the car looks mean, but we all know that they're a little heavy and they lack power from the go. So we'll see in the future, and hopefully we could get a nice build series out of this thing. I'm really looking into getting a different hood, the Victory Function hood, and I would really love it with like the angry eyes for the 99 headlights. Like, that would be epic. But with all the other projects, you know, around, it's kind of difficult to be able to focus on one build. Specifically, I got myself into too many cars, and quite frankly, I don't really want to get rid of any. I'd rather just take my time with things and not rush the process, and, you know, take care of the cars little by little, and it's been working for me that way, you know, so far. sunset drives are something else. So I just watched it. I detailed it pretty deeply, and I'm excited to drive it.
Sounds so good.
Hear that 6G72. So good. You hear that turbo flutter. Let's cut it up a little bit. But the exhaust note on this car is almost exotic. Just the resemblance of seeing the car from the outside and hearing it at the same time gives it a jet-like vibe. Like, honestly, this thing sounds insane in person, guys. I don't know if you guys can really hear it as good as on camera, but I must say that this car is such a blast to drive, just on sound alone, just on looks alone. And if we're able to get it pretty set up based on performance, it's a really good car just to enjoy. I personally want my car for the street, and quite frankly, it's just, man, like, I want something balanced. I want something clean. I want something reliable, and I want something making decent power so that it's able to, actually push the chassis with, enough speed. And because the car is a little bit heavy, but once you go bigger turbo and stuff like that, it's one thing you don't really have to worry about. So I'm pretty much gonna leave you guys off here. I'm going to end up going to my buddy Ian's house to pretty much put the interior back together in another video, and other details like fixing the e-brake. As you guys can see, the car still needs some work here and there, and we're gonna go ahead and start focusing on the details just to tidy everything up and make the car just a much better car to drive around. So if you guys are interested in any 3000 GT merch, any 3000 GT LED taillights, check out the first link in the description with racelegacy.com. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.